Hello everyone, this is Zafra9070 here, and do you notice anything different here? Except for my haircut? Yeah, I pretty much got myself a new camera! More specifically, a web camera! Yay! No, I'm kidding. I'm actually pretty glad that I did that, that I got myself a new camera. I've been thinking of getting one for a while now, and I bought this for as a Christmas present. As Christmas money. I thought about trying to buy something a little bit, but I didn't come up with anything until I saw this camera, and it wasn't too expensive. Well, it was expensive, but I had enough money to actually buy this one, and the quality and the audio looks pretty good as far as I've seen. So yeah, this is pretty much my first time using it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that one, and I probably should do something about my hair right now because I kind of don't like seeing myself on camera with this hair. So I'm gonna wear this for the rest of this month or so, so I could wouldn't be too cringe-worthy of watching this myself. So yeah, and damn it, I forgot to start my timer again, so I would know when to end this, so it wouldn't drag out for too long. So, how's everybody doing today? I'm probably gonna upload this one. At this point, I haven't uploaded part 2 of the New Year's Eve vlog, so this is, so this is gonna be after that one. I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, I'm not sure. Today I'm recording this is January 13th. And in my country, this date actually has some significance, but I kind of don't want to talk about it because it's not exactly like a merry or happy kind of day. It's more like a sort of more of a memorial memory day for us. So it's kind of I don't know, I don't want to explain it too much. It's kind of like a thing that I don't want to talk about it for this vlog. So I mean, I would if I already done this using this camera or better camera a while ago, and I would later on, or even if I hadn't, I still probably would talk about it if I felt like it, but I don't know, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm also going to talk about what's... Interruption. Okay, after that one, I even, before I gotta talk about today's topic or whatever, or topics about this one, I kind of thought of not doing a vlog today because I might get interruptions too much, but I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyway just to try it out to see how we'll turn out. So, okay, what do I want to talk about? Yes, the previous videos I made, pretty much, yeah, pretty much Ice the Code, the CinemaSins parody, and pretty much the other parody. I don't know. I'm probably gonna talk about it briefly about the short parody one. This is the kind of video you saw from, if you read the description. It's like a parody to the Nintendo Capri Suns video of the original Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, but mine, of course, is a bit different. I just mostly wanted to make some sort of comedic effect or some sort of comedic shock value or something. I don't know. I thought about doing the thing for a while before Christmas Eve of 2013. So yeah, that's pretty much kind of pretty much why I did it, because I thought about it and just tried to do something. I don't know, I always wanted to do a parody a little bit. And speaking of parodies, I guess I'm gonna be done. Well, firstly, I guess I'm not talking about it too much. It's mostly it's supposed to be mostly of a stupid sort of funny face, stupid funny video, a short stupid funny video that I wanted. Pretty much. And the other parody is a lot more serious one, sort of ish, more focusing on the quality of the videos. Is my parody of the CinemaSins original series of Everything Wrong With, pretty much starting off with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm I'm gonna say this right now before I forget. I'm gonna be doing this parody for two more videos. I've already done like one and two. I'm gonna do two others that I'm probably thinking, and those two are related to my old Let's Play. So yeah, so far I'm only like starting to watch and think about the script of this one. Of the next one I'm gonna do and speak. Okay, since I don't want to go off topic of this one, I guess I'm gonna talk about that. What is it to talk about exactly? Well, it was kind of like my attempt to actually did the same thing that CinemaSins does, just as a parody and just taking like my Let's Play of Sonic the Hedgehog way too seriously, and it actually turned out a bit longer than I expected, and it was harder than I expected of how it turned out. The editing, well, of course it was hard, but mostly like the length of it was like keeping it straight, pretty much going on, and pretty much everything I want to say that it is really, to me, everything wrong with that Let's Play. I kind of don't want to scrap most of those, some of the sins in that one. So that's kind of how that's why it was that long. I could have made it a bit more shorter, like about 11 minutes, maybe even 10 if I tried hard enough, but I don't know. It's mostly a start of doing this one, and pretty much mostly with this kind of editing starting out, so I might as well just go somewhere. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty well. I don't know. So far, I'm not getting much views. I think I've only got like about 16 to 18 views so far at this time. I'm doing this. Yeah. What is there to talk about? It's just, yeah. I pretty much said before that I really didn't like that Let's Play how it turned out, because I just got way too lazy on, fixing the problems on it, and just pretty much overall just simply redoing the Let's Play. That's what really bothers me about that Let's Play. It's I pretty much put it at the end of the video. It's like, ugh. If I would have just redone, I still like can't get over it. If I would have just like re-recorded like the original recordings and just fixed the audio quality, that Let's Play could have really turned out a lot better. And pretty much the next two Let's Plays, pretty much the Aladdin for the Sega Genesis and Mickey Mouse's Great Circus Mystery one, with my, well, mostly for my like audio quality, so it would have turned out a lot better, like doing this myself for the first time, by recording and not by knowledge of it. So yeah, now I just really go back to it, and I just kind of not really pleased with it. Maybe like even further in a lot more years, if I'll survive, I'll probably gotta look back at it thinking, oh, this was actually pretty cool. And I wasn't thinking to myself, why did I hate it that much? And I probably would think hard enough, and I would probably say like, oh yeah, that's why. So yeah, that's pretty much how it turned out. And also the Icicle one, I pretty much already said like many times, like in the description and in the beginning of the video, is that me and XLR have actually like recorded the whole thing. Like we planned on doing this on December 2010, and pretty much recorded on late December, I think, and pretty much early January. We pretty much have all the recordings, or most of it, just to go with it, just to not make it too long. But both of us just got really lazy. Well, I would say mostly XLR, because the video is pretty much edited, but he doesn't want to upload it. The reasons why, I have no idea. This is pretty much like my version of it, just to pretty much, fix a few things, like mostly the sound and the first-person shooter part. Spoiler alert for that video. The first-person shooter shooter part, yeah, I edited quite a bit that one. He didn't edit that one too much. I pretty much edited most of it in terms of visuals. Right now, we pretty much already had planned like the layout, but on my the photo that he gave me of all the raw footage and pretty much everything else, he didn't include some of the most of the images, and just so I had to do the thing from scratch with that and just do something unique with it. And I think it turned out pretty well, I guess. And I added in more sound effects into the video than it originally intended. So yeah, I guess it turned out pretty well. I actually kind of planned, actually, like at the end, right now, like at this point, like I already uploaded the video at the end, after like uh, after the whole ending thing, of actually going into, of actually not turning out well inside the video, like for the act, for XLR in this case, like how it turned out, like for the character. I kind of actually planned like doing on I actually planned like doing my part like right now, like the current me, to actually like have a phone call with him and just pretty much have a conversation to what to do next, to say if he's lost, where actually is the location between him and the secret headquarters, what other plans should we do, and just pretty much have a completely different ending and just pretty much end it. But I kind of ended it on a cliffhanger, possible like doing this on a feature, or pretty much let the audience what actually happens at the end, what happens next, and what happens at the end of all of it. So yeah, pretty much any of those two, I pretty much kind of intended to do that. So but I guess I kind of got too lazy on doing that. Sorry XLR, but I kind of did. Yeah, pretty much did. I don't know. I didn't, and also other thoughts coming on me is like between like in part one, I pretty much show myself like actually during the recording. It was actually in the other room, while I would actually do the recording over here, because pretty much this desk is pretty much moved from that room to here. I'm not gonna go into too much detail of it, but yeah. And so it would just turn out pretty well, and I would actually look much older with it, and I probably wouldn't have the same haircut from there, because it's pretty much around a similar time. So I don't know. I kind of like scrapped the idea, but I could have done that. I think it would still turn out pretty interesting, but I don't know. I didn't believe it would turn out that well. I think also other thoughts on Link, I mean, that it would still turn out well without it, so that's how it happened. And also for future updates, once again, I'm actually gonna, I've thought about like continuing the Let's Playing in the middle somewhere in January, but looking at what other videos I'm gonna do next, I probably might need to do continue the Let's Plays at the beginning of February at least. Pretty much the reason why is because, like I said, I have a whole lot of other plans, other videos to make, and pretty much continuing the CinemaSins parody, also planning on doing more of the Alice Madness Returns bonus videos. God, I still need to finish that. Fuck. It's like, I seriously need to finish that really soon. I also plan on doing that. It just possibly other videos as well. I'm not going to go into too much detail, I don't think. I'm not sure if I will do a few others that I'm thinking right now or not, so I don't know. And it's getting kind of dark out here. I hope the camera picks up the line pretty well, because actually, like, I don't have my monitor on right now, but I pretty much like set the options a bit of how this thing records on right light, and it's kind of going a bit darker now, so I hope you'll see me pretty well. I hope and when I gotta edit this one, hopefully if I'll change the brightness a bit, I can like adjust it a bit so you can see me pretty well. So yeah, and I also could do like another option like right sound, so you wouldn't hear too much background noise. But I don't know. I've tested out a bit, and it doesn't set as well as like with the right sound. So I don't know. I guess I could talk a little bit just to test it out a bit. I guess I don't know what else is there to talk about. Pretty much going into almost 15 minutes. Luckily, I can actually go over 15 minutes now with this. So yeah, with this kind of quality and even better than my other camera. So yeah, I guess I gotta turn off the right sound because so far the sound is a bit better than um the sound is a bit better than the without the right sound. Sorry. So I guess what else there is there to talk about? Oh yeah, also like we finally got snow. Like around my area, we finally got snow. We actually like in the beginning of December we actually had a few snowfalls. The reason is thanks to the I think well well I'm not sure if it's thanks or not. It's the sort of slight like I don't know what it is. Not exactly a hurricane, but like strong winds that came up in around Great Britain and pretty much the rest of West Europe and pretty much in the Baltic Sea. So yeah, pretty much because of that we got snow, but then throughout the rest of throughout the rest of December and in the beginning of January, we pretty much after that whole thing with the strong wind for now we had wind coming from the south, pretty much like tropical weather kind thing around here, and it's pretty much into the positive temperatures, like even reaching up to 8 degrees, and where I live, it's pretty much the same line, like horizontally the same like line as to the equator as Canada or something like that. So yeah, pretty much a warm winter, or as I like to call it, around the brown winter because no whiteness is all pretty much around. It's just all just with the trees and with the fallen leaves and the dirt. It's pretty much all brown. So yeah, but snow is finally falling once again. It's starting to well, pretty much it is. The snow has finally appeared and ice started to form and throughout the next few days is going to be a bit colder. It's not too cold. It's going to be up to minus 10 degrees Celsius at most for now, at least. So yeah, yeah. So pretty much right here where I live is pretty much now the beginning of winter, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Or I guess overall for the country, I guess it's a good thing, but I don't know. I kind of prefer like the whiteness rather than the brownness of the outside, you know. So, oh yeah, and also before going into December, I've also heard on the news at the time, they say like this is gonna around where I live, this is gonna be the coldest winter since like within the 100 years or something like this. And for now, I'm just laughing at that idea. More like the warmest out of the whole like 100 years period or something like that. So yeah. But I don't know. Maybe the weather will prove me wrong. But so far, the weather forecast said like before going into December that they're wrong so far. But I think the weather still could prove me wrong. So yeah. And I guess that's it with this video. I'm not gonna go into too long, over 20 minutes with this one. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say, and I'll see you guys later whenever I see you. And I noticed I now did like two vlogs within like uh, I don't know, between uploading pretty much at similar time, which is actually kind of new now that I think about it, because I kind of at average I think upload vlogs once a week. So yeah, I guess that's something. So see you guys later.